Hello and welcome to Every Day We Fight. This is a roguelike time loop experience, very similar to XCOM, but it is featuring a much heavier story-based narrative. So let's start a new game, and you're going to get to see exactly what I'm talking about. It actually features real-time combat as well, real-time aiming, and indeed exploration too.
What the hell just happened?
Normally when it's that bright, I'm hungover.
Are we dead? Because heaven was supposed to be nicer.
We were trying to get to Dr. Faber's lab.
Yeah, we smacked into a bunch of rifters.
And everything went white.
Now what the hell? There's more?
Dylan, look out!
Alright, so basically there are all kinds of real-time actions that you can take in this turn-based experience. If you want to check out the game, by the way, there is a link in the description. So basically whenever you get attacked, you have the ability to trigger the scramble reaction move. Obviously, if you're using something like Overwatch or another kind of reaction move, you're not going to be able to do this, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, we're going to trigger this, and then we're going to just move over here. As you can see, we completely avoid the grenade. We're absolutely fine with that. And then we can hopefully get into cover. And of course, cover is extremely impactful. So here we go. Now this is where you literally have the ability to do this. I am now in literal first person, and I am now going to blow this guy away. Indeed. There you go.
I got something for these sons of bitches.
And now we can equip our grenade, and we're going to be throwing that. There we go. Let's throw that one. And this guy is no doubt going to get away. The Guardian is going to run away from the blast zone, and the other one's going to get blown. Yes. And there we go. So now we can get a better angle, so we could go over here. And then this allows me to activate this. And then we can also change shoulder view. Oh yeah. And then we can reload. And then we can use shift to improve our accuracy. And then we could fire. Boom. That is indeed a headshot. Oh yes. If you're like me and you're global elite in CSGO, then, well, you know, you should probably, well, shall we say CS in general. But if you're like me and you're so good at FPS, this is definitely going to be for you. I'm obviously joking about that, by the way. Anyway, we can now end the turn. And we got some more enemies. Oh yeah, we got some more people coming in. Alright, so we can now move ourselves once again. I'm going to scramble over here, try not to get him killed. Thank you very much. And we can also fast forward, as you can see right here, by holding down the space key. And yeah, Dylan is taking quite some damage. So, as you can see here, in combat, units have limited action points to spend during their turn. Actions such as moving, shooting, reloading, and holding breath all cost AP. When ending your turn, up to 5 unspent AP carries over to the next one. Okay, so we can obviously cycle between our people as well, which is very nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just shoot with this guy. Bear in mind that enemies will react to what you're doing, so basically they will try to run away from what you're doing. They'll try to, you know, take cover. They will do that in a slow motion kind of deal, so you're not really going to have to worry too much about you know, aiming too heavily, because obviously they're not going to move super fast or anything like that, but they are going to move pretty quickly. Sometimes. It depends. It depends on how you aim, of course. Anyway, we're just going to shoot that guy in the face, and there he goes.
I still want to know where that light was. Last I checked, Rifts don't use flash tactics.
Figure it out later. Let's just get to the lab. That rifter back there nailed your arm pretty good, huh?
Ah, it's a scratch.
So, we're still good to rescue Dr. Faber?
Do we even know she's alive?
Wait, the bridge is completely blocked.
Let's shoot the vent's gas tank. See what it does.
Well, that worked. Let's go.
Someone left bandages here.
It's my lucky day.
Let's see if we can't patch you up.
Hold still. I'll patch you up.
So, Vivian, you work for Dr. Faber.
Yeah?
Did you ever meet her?
My team gave a presentation. She asked the most terrifying, out of left field, why didn't we think of that questions? I managed to answer some, so she put me on her team. My lord, she's smart.
I guess we better save her then. Looks like somebody forgot to vacuum.
We're gonna have to find a way around all this.
Or through it? Somehow?
Well, looky there. We shoot that gas tank. I think it takes that wall out. We definitely opened the door on that wall there. You ever have the same dream more than once?
I dreamed this was all a dream, and I woke up, and everything was okay.
I dreamed I was a rift once, and I knew what elixir was. Wish I still remembered. You ever wonder what it felt like? Freezing like that?
I hope they didn't know it was coming. I hope they're not still there, looking out their eyeballs, which they can't move.
For heaven's sake, Dylan. Of course they're not still there. That's horrible.
Dome. Frozen people. The way the rifters can make holes in the air. Can't see a pattern.
Maybe there is no pattern, just a big, universal, colossal mess.
There's always a pattern. They just don't want you to see it.
You're one of those tinfoil hat conspiracy guys, aren't you?
Don't knock tinfoil hats. The dome didn't freeze me, did it?
Were you wearing one when the dome went up?
Well, no. I could have been.
We got rifters in the lot ahead, engineers, and guardians. But inside, who knows?
We better take these ones out so they don't follow us inside.
You know, gas canisters don't only work on walls. Just saying.
Gotta say, Leo, sometimes you're not a complete tool.
Hello, Rips!
Leave the left side to me.
Alright, so this is where we get the opportunity to use Overwatch mode for the first time, and placing an Overwatch cone costs both AP and a reflex action up front. With no reflex action, other reaction abilities like Scramble cannot be performed, which is what I said earlier, of course.
Okay,
so there you go. Now we are just going to end our turn. And we're going to see what they get up to. Ah, there we go. And now we can trigger our Overwatch if we want to. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then we can shoot this guy. And as you can see, because I am absolutely amazing at shooting, I managed to almost kill him. Look at that. Ah, yeah. Technically, if I'd gotten some headshots, I probably would have killed him straight up. But, you know, it is a little bit difficult. It is a little bit difficult, just so you know. Because the first-person view is a little bit, not as tight as I'd like it. Let's just say that. Not as tight as I'd like it. Anyway, we can now scramble if we want to. I actually think I will. Should I? Yeah, why not? Technically, I could have been okay there. I don't know. Maybe I should have just waited.
Let's not have any more surprises.
Alright, so now we can potentially do something here. Let's see. Aha, there we go. Murder. Murder. Ah, unfortunate that I don't have enough damage to eliminate them completely, but that's okay, because we can now do some sniping. We're not really sniping with an AK, but, you know, we're doing alright, you know, we're doing fine. Okay, so is there anything else I can do here? No, not really. Okay, so Vivian might have an opportunity to headshot this guy. Yes, indeed she does. Nice hit, nice hit. And we're gonna just reload. There we go. And I believe we are basically done. I could do an Overwatch here. Could do an Overwatch. I think that sounds like a pretty decent idea, just in case this guy decides to move over here. And yes, he is. So let's do some free damage on him. There we go, 4 shots. Technically, if I had hit that that third shot, I might have been able to kill... No, I wouldn't have been able to kill him. He's got 46 HP remaining, 45 HP remaining, actually, so he would be alive by a small margin. If I'd gotten some headshots, though, as I say, very much skill-based in this case, right? Very much skill-based. Okay, so I'm actually going to move this guy over here. So I don't want him to get flanked. As you can see, Scramble is hugely beneficial. Very, very beneficial. Super, super useful thing. And hopefully this Guardian's not going to shoot me. Oh dear. We might have a bit of a problem. No, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. Yes, there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do... Gonna move over here. And we're just going to shoot this guy in the face. Because we can. Obviously, we can do that. That is fantastic. And now, now that guy's way too much in cover, so probably won't be able to do anything there. So I'm just going to reload this fellow. Leo can maybe kill this one. There we are.
More Rifters gonna join the party.
And indeed, look, we have something coming onto the rooftop. And I don't know what it is. Yes, I do know what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it at the moment. So, yeah, unfortunately, this guy isn't going to be able to do anything.
You think you'll kill me again? Huh?
What son of a... Oh, alive? I could swear I just got killed.
I mean, I guess I'm alive because everything hurts.
That weird Rifter shows up and mocks us. Then boom!
Yeah. When the hell did they learn English? And why did it say again?
Also, we're not in the parking lot anymore. And it's a bright sunny day.
We'll figure it out. Right now, we gotta get to the lab and rescue Dr. Faber, right?
And find us some more guns. We seem to have misplaced ours.
Are you wounded again, Dylan? How'd you get hurt?
You all got killed, remember? Why aren't you hurt?
Yeah, but the exact same wound? Strange. Could have sworn we moved that van.
We could shoot it again, I guess.
Let's move.
More bandages. And a grenade.
Weren't we here before? And there was just one set of bandages?
And we grabbed it, right? Why is anything here? That's weird, right?
Not as weird as we died, but we're not dead anymore.
I'm right, though, right? Karg said again.
Hard.
That's what I'm calling him, because he said, Karg, you won't kill me again.
I thought he was calling us Karg.
Point is, he thought we killed him before. I don't remember killing him. Do you?
There was a white light. I don't know. Weird. Those look just like our guns.
And there? Guess we don't have to blow a hole in the wall again.
You disappointed? Grab what you can carry and let's go.
Do you ever wonder if someone put chips in our brains? And how they're changing our memories?
No, Leo, that is not something I wonder.
The simplest explanation's always the best.
Guys, the bus isn't where it was. There's no way we're making that jump now.
What do you want to do?
That did it. Come on. There's our frozen friends. I guess some things don't change.
Poor souls. One minute you're putting your food in the freezer, then...
Then you're frozen. Funny. I get it. Clever. Could we talk about something else, please?
I hope we're right, and Dr. Faber isn't frozen too.
You said the Rifters have stuff she was designing in her lab. So they gotta be making her work for them, right?
Okay, guys, we're almost at the parking lot.
These Rifters are patrolling, but not the same patterns. But they don't seem to remember what happened.
I don't see that rift that killed us. Karg, was it?
Yeah, Karg. Glad it's catching on.
Let's just kill the ones that we can see. And be ready for Karg.
I gotta say, I'm glad they don't have eyes.
Yeah, but they sense us. And they'll lay into us before our pants hit our ankles.
Okay, stay low and quiet.
And spread out. Get them in a crossfire.
And maybe save some gas canisters for Karg. Don't crowd me.
Alright, so we're now just going to wait until this Guardian steps in front of the van, and I'm just going to shoot this. Boom. Instant kill. Very nice. And now I can potentially do some damage with this. Nice. Good hit, good hit. And now we can just have a pretty relaxed shoot of this guy as he vaults over there. There we go. Absolutely fantastic. Then we can go for a nice little headshot with the engineer there, and then they're all dead, and now I can just reload at my leisure, and we don't have to worry about a thing. Oh yes, very nice indeed. So, we now have an engineer and a couple of other people to deal with. I'm gonna scramble, probably over here. I don't really need to be super panicked about scrambling at this point because these guys are super far away from us right now. Just bear in mind that obviously the Guardians have 4 HP and the Engineers have 3 HP, so that might be a little bit problematic, but I'm hopeful that we'll be able to use that gas canister in just a moment. I know they said, save a gas canister for Karg, but generally you don't, it may not be necessary. Did I actually kill that guy? I'm actually not entirely sure. Did he live? If he lived, that would be so funny. Oh, he did. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Ah, well, I guess it's not too bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I guess we're just going to shoot this guy, then just reload straight up. And then we're just going to have Leo hopefully finish him off. Or, as the case may be, no, he's not. Okay, well, we're just going to have to do a little bit of damage here then. Unfortunately, we are somewhat inaccurate from range. This kind of range, that is. And, yeah, there's nothing much more for me to do here. I guess what I could do is I could move over here if I wanted to. No, we don't have that much AP to be able to do that, so let's just go for the next turn. Let's see what this Guardian decides to do. He is very injured, so I'd be surprised if he actually decides to do something super dramatic. I'm actually gonna go over here, to be honest. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Nothing to worry about there. And thankfully, these guys are actually making this not as tricky as anticipated, because they're basically just standing in a place where I can just shoot them really, really nicely, because obviously the manual aiming really makes everything much simpler. So you don't have to worry too much about, you know, percentage chances or anything like that. And I very much appreciate it. Okay, so let's actually see here. Vivian, obviously, probably want to... I think I'll just kill the engineer with her.
That one's down.
There we go. And then we can maybe move Leo. I'm actually not entirely sure where to move him, to be honest. I guess we could move him... We could maybe move him close, to be honest. We could just move him relatively close. And then just do some damage. There you go. That was nice and simple. And now Karg is coming, as you can see. And now we can technically throw a grenade in there if we want to. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we have the ability to do that right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to get Dylan in... We could move him over here, which I think might be an idea. So that's what we're going to do. Because if we can then use... Oh, yeah. Boom. Oh, yeah. That's what... Oh, wow. That's what you get. Okay, all right. That was some big damage. All right, so now... We're going to just move here, get in cover, because Karg is coming.
Do I really have to kill you again? This time stay dead.
Incoming!
You're outmatched. You can't win.
He really is shouting at us in English, right?
Really good English.
Let's shut it up then.
Alright, so he's already on fire, which is actually quite funny. And now... now we just need to aim at his helmet. Yes, just aim at his helmet, and we'll hopefully do a relatively decent job. There we go. Helmet destroyed instantaneously. Absolutely perfect. And now we can basically just shoot him in the face. Oh, yeah. Nice. Boom. Dead.
How did I let you kill me again?
We killed him before? When?
What? What's happening?
God damn, that hurt.
It's morning now. And we're back on the bridge?
I think we jumped back in time.
We what?
Jumped back to the last time we were here.
But Vivian, it's a different time of day. Totally different weather.
I don't know, maybe it's a different timeline, but earlier?
Okay. How?
Could be something to do with the dome. Or the portals. I don't know. Dr. Faber could tell us, I bet.
Then let's go get her. While I quietly freak out.
Alright, so that is it for this episode. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. And just bear in mind that this is just the introductory level. The game will turn into an open world experience after all of this initial, story has been done. And once it's open world, you're going to be able to approach every single combat encounter from anywhere you want. And you basically have all the power in those cases. So, anyway, link in the description, like I said. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.